Okay, so firstly I apologise about the noise. Take two. Okay, so if you can hear all the traffic noise, I'm sorry, but I'm parked on the road. Okay, you join me in my garage, in the van, and you may notice that I have been putting ply, is it 6mm ply on the walls? So boxing in the wheel arches and putting ply on the walls, because I am going to be making this a wet room kind of thing. So I'm going to buy some metal sheeting, you know, checker plate for this entire garage. Make it a bit of a wet room, because I do pressure washing with my work and there's always water spillages. So that's what I've been doing. I've been putting ply on the walls and boxing the wheel arches. All that's left is this one here, and it's a little bit tricky getting the curve cut right. So I'll show you my system. It's not perfect, but none of this needs to be perfect, because we're going to be putting metal sheeting over it all anyway, so that will have to be the perfect cuts and etc. But I'll show you how I get the curve of the van when you go do walls like this. Okay, so there are two ways to do what I'm about to show you. There's probably the smartest way is to make a template. So this is the template I made for the other side. So this has a curve on it, which is the curve of the wall. So I made it for the other side, but it kind of works here too with a bit of trimming. It's probably the smartest way is to make a template, so you can keep trimming this until you're happy with that curve. I'm not entirely happy with this yet, so I might have a little bit more tweaking. The other way is to keep trimming the piece of wood that you are going to use. So you'd get a huge piece of ply to allow for all the cuts you're going to make for the curve. But the system I use is to use something like this with holes in. So you can put your pencil in to one hole, and you can run this face up against the wall. So you run this against the outside wall of the van, and then your pencil will draw the line, the curvature of the van, and that's how you can start to get your curve on your template or your piece of wood that you're going to keep. And just keep trimming it, and if you know, as you please. But yeah, I'm using this template, so I'm nearly happy with it. It's not too good at the top, so I will allow for that when I mark it up on the other piece of wood. Yeah, it's just a lot of fiddling around. Here's the piece I've cut out. This is going to be my final piece, but I've left it much longer this way. So once I've got all this nice edge as nice as possible, then I can mark that edge and get, you know, a nice straight line for that. So I've just got a couple of trimming points to do. Just at the top here, just got to shave a little bit off there. I'll do that first, and then I might have to do a little bit of trimming either on this cut or this cut to get it around the wheel arch. Bit nicer. Do that now. Okay, so I'm fairly happy with this curve and the cut around the wheel arch. As I've mentioned, it doesn't have to be perfect. It's going to have checker plate all stuck to it. But now the bit that overhangs the door, I'm going to go around the back and mark off that line. Well, there, it's certainly rough around the edges, but I have a fairly solid base now to fix all my metal sheet into. Quite a huge garage. Okay, so my original plan was to either use white plastic PVC sheeting or metal sheeting, you know, checker plate. But I've been looking into those prices and it's all quite expensive. So I'm after I'm after a suggestion for any ideas. I'll show you what I've got. One sec. I was looking into getting this rubber checker plate kind of stuff. It's about 2 or 3 mil thick. I was thinking about maybe doing that for the walls and the floor. Sort of wrap it up, go on the floor, then go up the corner slightly, and then I can put it on the walls and go down and over that flap, so there's, you know, it'll be waterproof, and you can also melt it. You'd also melt it for the kind of seal the corners, or use black silicone or something. So this video you're watching, I was going to include, you know, finishing off the garage, but I want your help. I need suggestions of what material to buy. I want it to be a wet room, because I'm going to spill water in here. There's no way I can really avoid it. So it's got to be waterproof. Something that's not too expensive. I've got prices for PVC sheeting. I've got prices for checker plate. Checker plate will cost me between £300 to £500 to do all the walls and the floor in this garage. And plastic sheeting might be even more money, or about the same. So this was an alternative, but I'm all ears. I need your help. So if you can think of something else that I can get, you know, look into. Yes. So I'm going to end the video now so that I can get your help. So please, yeah, if you know a better way or a cheaper way of doing this, then comment down below, and then I can start looking into quotes to get that done, because I really want to get my garage done. I've got all my work stuff at the front. I need to set up my work equipment, because it's just, I need to work, I need to earn the money, and I need to have a good system, a good setup. So please help me if you know. Alright, well, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.